So once you have your business continuity and disaster recovery requirements for your components, then you can start drawing out BCDR procedures and emergency mode procedures. So what does that mean? Well, if there's a disaster, if there's primary loss of service for your primary service, let's say or if there's a natural disaster, your headquarters isn't available, what is the alternate mode of operation? Does everyone work from home? I mean, we've all experienced that this year. COVID has basically enforced emergency mode procedures for literally every company in the world. So if you can't go into the office, what do? Do your employees work from home? Do they VPN into a corporate network? How are they getting their daily job duties done? So you probably have a handle on what those procedures should be because you're probably living them right now. However, you need to formally document them, and not just what the personnel are supposed to be doing, how they're accessing systems and data at home instead of on corporate networks, but how is your IT operations supporting those personnel? How are you securing laptops and establishing secure protocols for your network domains so that personnel can't access secure data from insecure networks? How are you monitoring personnel that are no longer on your corporate network? So some antivirus and endpoint protection, you can lose sight of your personnel if they're on home networks. And now when 80% of your personnel are on home networks, you have to alter your security posture and your security mechanisms to make sure you account for that additional risk. So establishing what is acceptable once your primary mode of operation isn't an option is something your executives need to do. So that could entail any number of scenarios. So let's say you're a department store, your POS machines go down. Do you take paper credit card transactions? Do you not allow credit card transactions until it's back up? That's just an easy decision, a yes or no decision, but that's up to the executives to do that. So how do you process data? How do you provide services to customers? Do you not provide services to customers in certain instances? You want to make sure that those scenarios are being addressed in your BCDR plans, especially on the operations level. So if there are personnel that are now going to be working from home, what does your IT operations have to do? Are they making sure that the antivirus is still running? Are they monitoring laptops? Is there a SIM agent on everyone's laptop? Are you able to determine if someone's downloading a large amount of data and storing it on a laptop instead of on a corporate workstation? These are all things that you have to consider, and then make sure you draft processes so that IT operations knows what to do. They have a checklist of, okay, you got to make sure laptops are configured in this manner. You have to make sure BitLocker is enabled, so make sure the laptops are, this should already be done, but it goes without saying, if you're going to be assigning workstations and laptops to personnel and taking them home or off the premises, you want to make sure those laptops are encrypted. So establishing those procedures based on those critical assets, how do you maintain them? How do you maintain your alternate method of operation until primary service is restored? You want to make sure those are documented in your BCDR plans.